Despite decades of effort to improve child nutrition, the situation remains unchanged. Timor-Leste continues to face significant challenges in improving child nutrition and survival, with child stunting remaining among the highest in the world. UNICEF representative to Timor-Leste, Patrizia DiGiovanni, sat down with RTTL World News to discuss the factors behind these trends, the impact of UNICEF's programs, and the barriers that continue to affect child health and vaccination coverage across the country. Timor-Leste has one of the world's highest rates of child stunting, affecting 40% of children under 5. What are the main factors driving malnutrition in the country?
So the obvious thing is food, the availability of good, nutritious food at the right quantities that children can have. So this is the first thing, but we have to also look, often the problem starts even before the baby is born, because mama might be anemic or might not be healthy herself. So the baby is already born maybe underweight. This is number one. Then we look at, is the baby being breastfed, at least for the first 6 months, because we understand that breastfeeding is really great in getting nutritious things for babies. And in this country there is a varied success with breastfeeding as well. So then the baby gets to a certain age and we look at complementary food. So what food is the baby getting after finishes breastfeeding? And we need to make sure that that food is also nutritious, readily available, the difference between which babies get in the household, water. Are babies getting good, clean water? Because we know that when the water is not clean, this can also affect the health of children, mothers, everybody. This is a human factor.
What specific program has UNICEF worked on to address these underlying causes over the last decade?
At the baby level, we are working with the appropriate ministries to look at health services, getting pregnant women up to date with all of their medication, anemia, all the things I said before, to increase the chances of babies being not born with already these kind of nutrition problems.
The recent demographic and health survey shows that the percentage of children aged under 5 experiencing stunting has reduced by just 1% in the last 10 years. What factors have contributed to this limited progress?
I think that in some respects, climate change is also a challenge, because every time we have flooding, every time we have droughts, every time we have mudslides, this sets the community back in terms of the health services, in terms of what's available in the community. And we know that we need to recover from those things so that we can continue with development. I think also the other challenges is getting all the different components to work with each other.
While the proportion of children receiving no vaccinations has fallen and full vaccination coverage has increased over the past decade, infant mortality has risen slightly and under 5 mortality has remained unchanged. What does this tell us about the relationship between immunizations and child survival in Timor-Leste?
Initially, I will tell you, we need to have much higher immunization rates. That is the first thing that I would encourage, because we have direct control over that. Mama and Papa can decide to give immunization. That way children are not fighting diseases at the same time as they are fighting other illnesses that cannot be prevented.
Vaccination rates have improved, but only 52% of children aged 12 to 23 months are fully vaccinated. What are the main barriers preventing greater coverage?
So again, we want to look at what is the situation. I think usually it's knowledge. Do the parents know they should come back and get fully vaccinated? Because what we mean by fully vaccinated is, number one, some of the shots you have to have 2 or 3 to be able to fully vaccinate against that illness. But the other thing also is, fully vaccinated means, have you had all of the ones? So not just the number of vaccines, but all of the whole set. And so sometimes I think this is complicated. Is there follow-up done at the local level, that parents know they have to bring back the baby and get vaccinated? And it can be quite, especially in the rural areas, it can be quite difficult to bring the baby down to the health centre again and again and again, because vaccination happens at different times. I think 3 months, and then again later in life as well. 3 months, 9 months, and then there's one vaccination at 12 years. There's one, that's what's called fully vaccinated. So it's not just you go once to the health centre and you get it all done. You have to go back. And this becomes sometimes complex. Does the family have transport? Do they have the knowledge? Do they have the transport? Do they have the availability? And then are the health workers following up? Is the medicine available in the community? So all of those things are factors that we look at.
Really appreciate it, Mana, for all the information that you share with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm always happy to talk to you about UNICEF work.